Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Refuwe, aka Radical Re. Rascals, what's happening? Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Social Reset episode 2, the series where I talk about content creation and life revolving around social media as a whole. I just wanted to say hi, welcome to this episode, and I hope you're enjoying. See you in the outro because I will definitely look like this. It's raining cats and dogs, oaks. Welcome to spring. This is so odd. So odd. I turned it on and I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Let's start at the beginning of quarantine. Beginning of quarantine looked very promising for content creation, to be honest. I mean, we were at home, meaning that, I don't know, we have more time to do things, to make videos. And that's exactly how it went from the beginning, to be honest with you. I mean, at some point, well, it happened once. I uploaded 2 videos in 1 week. It was like that type of vibe. Like, I really thought, no, I was onto something. And not to say that things aren't better now. I'm just now like reminiscing, like from the beginning and up until like where we are now. For other video creators, for other content creators, obviously everyone's experience, feelings towards creating content during a pandemic, during quarantine, is gonna be different. But I think there's like there was a struggle. We started off strong. There was a struggle. It's funny, I'm not thinking about like my faves, like my favorite content creators, and how drastic the change must have been for them, like how heavily it must have impacted them in terms of like income and stuff, because that's work, that's their work. But that's obviously like a very deeper and wider part of this whole content creator thing. For me, I'm still like a small up and coming YouTuber. I think, oh my gosh, I hate giving myself such like titles, that labels. It makes me feel so weird, but anyway, it is what it is. For me, it was just a struggle of motivation and coming up with video ideas, period. And like I did say, we started off pretty good. I felt motivated because also I really thought, because I'm a homebody, I didn't think I would be affected as heavily as I was. That sounds very dramatic, and you know how I am, but I'm gonna keep that statement. Whatever I just said, I'm not gonna take it back. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, I just thought because I'm home, I enjoy being home anyway, it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, I like making videos, I like being at home. Put the two together, wow, we've got a banging combo. And then time went by and things started hitting. Let me be honest, I don't know where I'm going with this. And I really thought I was gonna pump out videos. You know, I thought I was gonna be it. I was gonna be that high. And for a hot second I was. But then when you're at home and you're spending too much time here, it gets a bit shaky now. Because now video ideas that you were ready to do in what, like March, you're all of a sudden rethinking, overthinking them rather. And I was like, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. And now you don't have a video for this coming week and now you're stressed. But now that video that you had planned to film for this coming week is still an option, but you've overthought it so much that it's now out of the question. It's just a roller coaster of things, man. It's just a bumpy ride. It just went like this. Oh my gosh, there she goes again, making depressing content. God, I'm so sorry. That's it. That's the only statement I will leave you with. That's my closing statement. It's just a weird time. Today was a very unsuccessful, very unproductive day. It's one of those scenes in the movies where like the main character is going through it. I'm the main character. It's one of those days, man, where you're just not feeling it. You're not down for anything, so you waste your day on the couch, most likely on your phone the whole time. That's exactly what I did today. This is a bit of a vloggy feel right now here. What was I meant to talk about today? Running out of video ideas and motivation. But I will vent first. It's been a cold and gloomy day, just like yesterday. And like I said to you, nothing happened. I honestly feel like I waste so much of my life whenever I don't do something the whole day, because obviously that's what it is. I literally did waste my day. Let me not even sugarcoat it. This truly shows that not every single day of my life is planned, scheduled, productive. It's a lie. Don't let me lie to you. And I gotta tell you something. I tried to be a good student, you know. I tried to be a good uni student, you know. First year, things, I don't know. I was gonna lie and say things should be okay, but let me not project false things. I hand in things when I'm meant to. But wow, second semester started and my planning and kind of like being on top of things kind of literally went like this. So some marks were released for one of my classes yesterday, and then I click and I go look for my student number and it says no submission. So I emailed my lecturer, and then when he got back to me he said, oh no, the quiz, because I thought I did it. I thought I did all of my assessments, quizzes, tests, all of that. Because I'm me. How do I miss an assessment / quiz? So I emailed him because I was sure. Like I pulled up a screenshot that had me convinced that no, I did that. Like I had, what am I saying? I was convinced. I told myself I submitted because I remember doing a quiz. But the quiz I remember doing is quiz 2. The marks that were released were for quiz 1. I don't remember quiz 1. So when my lecturer got back to me and said, hi, the screenshots you're sending me now, the proof, the evidence you are giving me is for quiz 2, love, not quiz 1. I was like, quiz 1, how embarrassing. I missed it because second semester started, but my mind was not in it. On a serious note, I'm just shook. That really took a toll on me because I tried to be so on top of things, tried to be so planned and organized, and now I just fell off. But truthfully, it's something that I'm gonna have to get over. And then my mental, today, crippling. It's just not a good mental day. It's not a good uni work day. I have been going through it. Whoever is lawyering me, whoever is bewitching me, because they go. Extremely useless day. After an embarrassing and shameful moment in my schooling career, I need to cope. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna buy clothes online. My soul needs to heal, and I'm helping it. But yeah, guys, social reset is really the dark side of radical re. I feel like I have so many what's a good word? Okay, let's say real moments. I'm so sorry if I'm not looking at you while I'm talking. It's because I'm obviously, like I said, shopping. So we're just chilling. It's like you're a friend hanging out with me here. So obviously the last place I left this off, I think that was the first clip yesterday. What am I looking for? Did I really talk about anything yesterday? I feel like I was just rambling, like there was no essence to yesterday's video clip. Get your head in the game. Creating content at home, running out of video ideas and motivation. If I could say you guys want money. I was thinking about the main reason, the main purpose behind me filming this episode of Social Reset, because I don't want it to look like I'm literally complaining about having to create content at home. And I feel like yesterday's clip also didn't do this episode justice. Like it wasn't a good intro to this episode. I was thinking about it last night and I was thinking of a way to phrase it and put together what this episode's intention, this episode's aim is. And this episode's aim is to show you guys how I feel, like tell you guys and just express to you guys how I feel about creating content during a pandemic, like being at home, and anything that I've learned or gained from doing that, from creating content at home. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. Surely when you're in a place, you know, at home specifically, you can do so much at home, you know. Sit down, film a video, what's the problem? Simple. 1 + 1 = 2. But yeah, it just rocked me when I couldn't. When I couldn't do that. You know, and it's just weird. You start to think a lot. Like I was telling you, I'm a very big overthinker. You start to think a lot. Social media, when you're trying to put yourself out there, it's scary. And from my perspective, I've mentioned like many times, it's kind of getting old now. I'm quite like shy and low-key introverted. For me to want to build something, for me to want to make a brand for myself, I had to put myself out there. Obviously, that's the only way that was gonna work. And it's scary because people were on top of their game. I was so intimidated when quarantine happened. People were really on their shit when they were like going on with the content creation and things like that. And I was intimidated and felt so insecure because it's like, hun, you're trying to chase a bag but you're lazy. It felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I genuinely wasn't. But I'm so glad. Here's my finishing statement. I'm just so glad that it didn't stop there. Like, I didn't land in that hectic, shaky spot and just stay there. I'm just glad I aimed to do better for myself. Should I wear more hats? Should I wear more beanies? Guys, please tell me if I should invest in beanies, because I never wear them. I'm just having a really bad hair day. Like, it looks ugly on top here. I'm just not feeling it today. I feel so cool. Look, we're done with the sad nonsense for today. My episode of emotions on hold. We're gonna put on pause for today and just talk about what I've been looking at, what I've been reading up on since last night. So obviously our topic of discussion is creating content at home and everything surrounding that. And I just thought that since I've shared a basic general idea of what it's been like for me, I don't know exactly what it's like for other influencers, other content creators. And I was saying that I remember saying that the experience, the opinion that I'm giving you is from one perspective, which is me, a very like small up and coming YouTuber, right? And there are many different things. There's a very different perspective that our faves go through, like our favorite, like bigger YouTubers, let's say. So this idea of me looking into articles and just getting a better understanding of what it was like for the bigger content creators out there was when did I was watching a More Banza video. I love their videos so much. I love the channel. Bushle and Sibu were talking about how they had so many collaborations planned and everything got put on hold because of COVID, obviously. They said something along the lines, or something relating to how the companies that they were planning on working with had to focus on keeping their businesses afloat and also working on things that would contribute and help with the COVID situation. But I found that interesting, and that's why I decided to just look up the effect of COVID on content creators yesterday. So I was reading a few articles, and the thing I found interesting was the way that the industry adjusted to the whole situation. Like, sure, every single industry had to adjust in their own way, but now we're obviously focusing on the industry of entertainment. And I just found it so cool that through a very unexpected, a very abrupt change, that they changed things and made things work for the situation. So what I was reading, the gist of most of the articles that I was reading said that don't mind the door, it's just my sister. Because now my brain is like, what were you gonna say? But then it's like, oh look, Gunther's walking in the room. Okay, so the gist of the articles that I was reading through said that most of the I can't speak to it. Most of the content creators that were interviewed for these articles that I was reading said that obviously it was a very like surprising and shocking time because no one saw this coming, but they found it difficult because that is their income. When collaborations stopped with other businesses, things like that, it was like a huge downfall. And it was reading that, I was like, oh my god, that's like literally getting fired temporarily for an indefinite amount of time because you didn't know when things were going to start again. And that's how it was for most people working, to be honest. Like, it was a very uncertain time. Kind of, is it still? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I need to like look up on that and see how other things are still working, but obviously I'm focusing on entertainment. I'm going far. But then the adjusting period, the way things are now, things started becoming better several months into the lockdown, into all of this nonsense going on. They saw that because people were at home, they were spending more time on their phones, like through Instagram, scrolling through things like that. So content creators' engagement on platforms like Instagram started going up, and then I think things started getting better when people saw that as an opportunity. Am I being dumb? Am I being dumb for finding this so interesting that an entire market, an entire industry had to adjust to something completely different? And you know, the thing is, the change just worked so well because it benefited people at home. It helped creators earn income again, and then it benefited us viewers as well. I don't know, it's so interesting, man. We're at a very different level compared to the beginning of all of this, and it's just cool to look at. I know I didn't word that properly and all of it is in my head, I just don't know how to put it together, but I just found the adjusting and all of that to a whole like industry and just making it work. You take things, you take a struggle, you take a downfall, you look at it, you strategically plan, and you just make it work for you. And another thing that I learned, I was watching an Instagram story, I really don't remember whose story it was, but it was a pretty big social media influencer, like a South African influencer, and she said that, I was probably on Twitter, I was on some sort of social media platform, okay, when I learned this. Someone asked, what can we do to help our influencers? And the response was, just, especially with sponsored posts, be extra interactive, engage more with that type of content, because that will mean a lot more. Like, sure, the regular stuff that they post, engage with that, obviously, like, please, especially our South African content creators and influencers, guys, yo. But their normal stuff, of course, like, love that, share that, everything like that. But the sponsored stuff, you need like extra love on that, because that's what brings new brands and the brands you're working with, that it just gives you a good image, it hypes you up, it builds their name, things like that. So I'm just sharing a tip. Whenever your faves are posting like ads or sponsored content out there, share it, like it, comment, just increase engagement, because it helps them so much. I just found that interesting because I didn't know that. Like, usually when I see ad or sponsored, I'm like, oh, okay. But it really helps, guys. When you, even if you're like me, I never comment on things. I usually just watch and like sometimes and then I'm gone. But with sponsored content for our faves out there, if you see that it's an ad or something like that, even if you never comment on that one. Yes, I hope I just got across what I wanted to say. Today's focus was just me wanting to talk about how COVID affected other content creators. I just wanted to research and look at a different perspective, because I've only been focusing on mine, and it's obviously not a lot to go on to because I don't work with brands and things like that yet. I'm manifesting. Guys, I'm not even kidding about this beanie thing. Please let me know. Maybe I'm fooling myself thinking that I look grand ganti dololo. Cut the cameras. Okay, I need to stop. I'm talking nonsense again. Bye. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. So now we're going to focus on the now. We're going to look at what's changed, what came out of this time at home, and just appreciate it. So past the change, past the struggles that you've heard me ramble on about, something good did come from this time at home. So you heard me say that my main issues were like a lack of motivation and video ideas, and I think that came from feeling like everything was boring and repetitive for my videos, because I tried to make videos, but at some point, because I'm doing everything at home, like filming vlogs in the same position, in the same angles, it started to look repetitive, recycled, and overplayed. That's what made it difficult, basically, is the gist of it all. But it did give me time to realize that I needed to step back a bit and take a creative break, and through that creative break came social reset and a decision to switch up, well, my version of switching up content. a reset, a refreshing feeling, just time away as well, and something necessary, something that I felt was necessary. Time to just think about things, think about what I'm interested in, what I want to do, and what I can do to change things so that they can be better for me and things can work in my favor. You feel? Social reset came from getting to create content at home. The fact that I was given the opportunity through unfortunate circumstances, something very cool came from it, and it was a series that I decided to start, an idea that I decided to execute, something that I've never done before. Past the drama, so sorry. I just wanted to let it be known that change was good. In this case, eventually the change was good and needed, because it brought out necessary things such as time away and new content, new to me. See, I'm overthinking it again. Let me relax. Not everything's bad all the time. Like, sure, we may not have known through the stress and all of the panic, we may not have known, or I may not have known, that something good was gonna come out of it. That is my basic overview of my thoughts and feelings. Yeah, you heard me through all of that. I appreciate you listening to me throughout this whole episode. But my question to you is, did anything change for you from being at home? It doesn't have to be like a content creation wise. You may not be a content creator, or you may be a content creator, but my question to you is, did you benefit from being at home in any way? If you did, great, let me know if you feel comfortable. If you didn't, that's completely okay too. Let me know and be like, nah, chilling. I just want to know if anything is different, so please let me know down below, and I'm excited to hear from you. Thank you for listening to me, thank you for watching, I appreciate you so much. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe down below, it's free, it's holding you back. Social media links are down below, so check this out if you want, and I will see you guys in my next video. But I have forgotten to do comment of the week almost twice. I almost forgot in this video, and I forgot in my previous one, and I don't have my phone here. That sucks. But I'm gonna leave comment of the week. I'm gonna choose 2 because I missed one and one for this video. So am I making sense? There are going to be 2 comments of the week for this week, so I'll put them here. I'm sorry I can't read out the comments, I'm so unprofessional. Thank you for leaving those comments, thank you for interacting and engaging. I appreciate you guys. That is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again. Bye, I love you.